LEG TV. I'm your host, the commish, John David Brake. Week 4 is in the books. We are on to week 5, and we have a very special guest to do the rundown. But first, let's talk about kind of a developing issue right now. If you have any Tennessee Titan players, Derrick Henry, it is time to panic because the NFL is investigating Tennessee on violations of COVID protocol, and more people are testing positive. Corey Davis owners. So be on the lookout for that as more news develops. There could be some movement of the schedule. The Corona Bros are just desperate for this season to get canceled, but it's not going to happen. Anyways, all right, well, let's go to the scoreboard from last week. Lots of results. There is only one undefeated team left. We'll find out who that is. But let's go to the scoreboard here. Dak Street Boys came back strong after a loss last week, beating New World O'Creaky. I thought Plow was going to win this one. He gets thumped by 181-124. Clock Gobblers, John Dahlgren, thanks to Josh Allen, gets the win over Modella Virus, 162-116. There's a blowout. Worms Are Their Money gets a close win, kind of, against Sons of Shane Falco, 145-133. Opposite of Adam Gaze gets on the board with another win. Look at that. Drew Brees actually did something for him. He gets the win over Indy Snatch Pounders, 199-145. Lamb of God. Here's the biggest scoring game of the week, 231-220 over Joe's 2020. Dak Prescott had 55 points. 55 with 36 from Amari Cooper and 47 from Joe Mixon. Unbelievable output, the second highest scoring output of the season. And the only undefeated team left, Party Like a Gronk Star, beats the other formerly undefeated Jason Servos, 174-169 in a very close game. Came down to Monday night. Really, the difference here was the kicker spot with Bullock from the Bengals. 17 points in the kicker spot. That was the game difference right there. That was everything else was pretty even across the board. Okay, so week 4 is in the books. We are a third of the way through the season, and we got some rundown, some very important matches now as it starts to matter. Wins or losses start to matter here as the bye weeks start popping up, and we might have some more bye weeks thanks to COVID. So speaking of disgusting diseases, let's bring on our very special guest for today's rundown for week 5. All right, we have a very special guest. Hey, don't interrupt. I'm trying to introduce you. Very interesting guest in the tradition of Not Safe for Work. It's the Mr. Not Safe for Work, Alan Nesson, the owner of Bones Are Their Money. Hey, Alan, how are you?
I'm great, man. How are you? Can you hear me okay?
I can. I love your setup. This is your Twitch stream setup, right?
It is.
Why don't you tell the fellas out there what your Twitch handle is?
Nah. I'm good.
Is that not the target audience?
Hey, whatever. I'm just hanging out with you today, bud.
Aw.
Oh, I play you this week.
Yeah, you play me. That's why I brought you on.
Oh, that's fun. I haven't been paying much attention.
We'll get to that clearly as your record reflects. So, Mr. Nesson, we've got you here on LEG, and we are a third of the way through the season. How are you feeling about your team that you're not paying attention to?
I'm seeing who's on my roster real quick. Not great. Well, you know what? I didn't start Hilaire last week because the games got switched around, and I didn't see that.
Yeah.
When did they even announce that they were moving the Kansas City and New England game?
That was Sunday. It was Sunday.
Cool. Yeah, that was fun.
We'll get to our matchup in the weekly rundown. Real quick, I just was going to show you the standings here. Look at that. At top of the leaderboard, none other than Party Like a Gronk Star, still undefeated at 4-0. And look who just snuck right into the number 2 spot. Abalash Reddy, who seems like a consistent thorn in the side of everyone here in the league. And that dropped Servos down to 3rd. And then, Plow, I thought Plow was going to have a big game last week. He didn't. He lost. So he's now in 4th place. But look at the bottom dwellers there. I'm actually surprised Joe's that low. I mean, he scored like 200 and some points last week, and he's still lost.
He's got James Darnell syndrome.
Yeah.
Where he's outscored like 9 of these teams, but he's getting stomped.
Oh,
everybody's having their best week.
Oh.
Everyone's having their best week against Joe.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's definitely he's one of the
points for puts him in fourth place.
He's like the third most scored on team in the league,
right
behind Shook. I think Shook actually is the most scored. No, actually, it's
Dahlgren because we all don't like Dahlgren.
Scored on teams.
We all try harder when we play against Dahlgren.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Hey, look at the bottom, McCready. Is that a surprise to you? McCready down in last place.
No, because you drafted for him for half of the draft.
Well, you know what? Show up.
And I was questioning a lot of your moves, and I don't know why you were doing them, but I figured it was just a bit.
No,
and it wasn't. You were just really bad at drafting for your friends.
I tried to put together a great team. We had some help in the room. So, looking over the standings, Alan, what's your biggest surprise?
What was his second round pick? Mark Ingram?
It was probably Mark Ingram.
You're a piece of garbage.
Or Zeke.
That's super shitty. Zeke was number one.
It was not Mark.
It has to be. Who was it?
It was not Mark.
Kenny Galladay? I can go look. Here we go.
It was Kenny Galladay.
I'm going to look.
Mark Ingram wasn't drafted until the 4th round. It went in Zeke, Galladay, and James Conner.
All right.
You can look it up. So, Mr. Nesson, out of the teams right now in the current position, who's your biggest surprise team? Good or bad?
Go back to that page. The surprise team for me is probably Joe.
Yeah.
And he should be in the top 3. Honestly,
I agree.
He's having a good season. He's got a good team.
Yeah, man. Dalvin Cook, and he's got Kareem Hunt too.
He's got depth. I mean, I think he'll have a turnaround here starting this week.
I do too.
That's an easy win for him, right?
His team is super deep. I mean, he's got Aaron Rodgers, who's still on the revenge tour, and Aaron Jones, one of the top running. His Jones-Dalvin Cook combo is the best running back combo in the league, in my opinion. But then you look at his other 2 backups, Kareem Hunt and Malcolm Brown.
He's got the depth that you need. He did a good job. His defense is also pretty good. I mean, it's average. It's not got any superstars, but they're all putting up points. So he's just had some bad luck. I think he'll turn it around pretty easily.
Who's your biggest surprise top team?
Probably Plow.
Yeah.
Because we also tried to sandbag his garbage team, remember?
He had Dr. Anu draft for his team. That's why I said he was doing so well.
Right, but I loaded Anu up with sugar and food so that he'd be distracted and not a good drafter.
Gotcha. Well, there's some big matchups. There's actually a big matchup, and we'll let's just start here. You ready to do the rundown for the week, Alan?
Let's do
your opinions. Who you think's going to win?
I don't know about running.
Okay, we'll do the walk down.
All right. What do we got?
The lumber down. Let's start with this game because this is a huge game. New World Oak Creek, David Plow taking on Jason Servos, who just went down last week. Got his first loss of the week, and this is a big matchup because this essentially is trying to stay in the top 4. One of these teams cannot afford a loss, especially Plow, who's now 2-2. And so I kind of think this is a must-win if he wants to stay at the top of the league. And he's got Mahomes and Hill and Metcalf. This is his top 3. And he's projected to lose to Jason Servos. Kyler Murray's been a big deal for him. And you're well aware of the Allen Robinson tracker, correct?
Correct.
So currently, Mr. Allen Robinson, he had a garbage touchdown last week against the Colts. But let's bring up the Allen Robinson. Can you tell I prepared for this?
Yeah, me too.
So
it's not like I was.
The Allen Robinson tracker. So he's played 4 games.
Cool.
Okay. He scored 75 points.
Yep.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He is now ranked number 12. He was all the way at the 51st receiver. Now he's number 12. So good. Good on Servos, making Austin Stoll look like a complete idiot.
He's only going to go up from there.
You think so?
The champ doesn't make mistakes. He's the champ. All right. When he says, "Oh, best player on the board," he's going to take the best player on the board, and he never messes that up.
Okay.
Allen Robinson's only going to do better as the Bears offense gets more in click with their new quarterback, right? Because Foles,
yeah, they look great against the Colts. With
it's
Alvin Kamara,
second week starting. I mean, they're going to be a lot of blowout games, maybe.
Yeah.
You
Who
know
do you
the
think's
old
going to
bet
take this
from
one?
when Nick Foles was in college, right?
Yeah.
It was every newspaper in Arizona was Nick Foles and a losing effort because he'd put up 500 yards and 4 touchdowns and they'd lose by 20. I don't see it changing for the Bears.
Sounds about right. So who takes this one? Jason is projected to win 175 to 165. Who do you got?
They project it by 10. I got the champ by 160.
160? Okay.
Yeah, Mahomes is going to falter. Tyreek Hill is going to punch a baby. Let's see who else is on this team. DK Metcalf is only good at running straight. I don't like Plow. I don't like his facial hair. Champ all the way.
All right. I'm actually going with Plow in this one. We're going to split on the first one. Surprise.
You're an idiot.
I think
Murray's
Plow's going to
have
win this
4
one because of
touchdowns
Mahomes
running
and
just
Tyreek
against the
Hill
Jets.
stacking. That's hard to beat. He's got a pretty good team. I think Plow bounces back, bringing both teams to 3-2.
I mean, it's a bad matchup for Mahomes. I'm honest. I'm going to tell you the truth. Vegas' secondary is good, man.
I disagree. I think he's going to light him up.
We shall see.
All right, next one. Let's go over to John Dahlgren's team. Now he's on a 2-game losing streak, taking on the defending champ, Austin Stoll, the Dak Street Boys. Dahlgren is projected to win thanks in part to that trade, getting Josh Allen now that he has a viable quarterback. Deshaun Watson, is he going to get better because of Bill O'Brien getting fired? That's kind of where I think the big difference is going to be is in the quarterback play, and Derrick Henry actually plays this week. Dahlgren's projected to win by 3 points. Looking at the rosters, Alan, who takes it this week?
I've got – this one's close. I think it's pretty close.
It's very close.
I'm going to go Dahlgren. And I think it's because I think Houston's going to be a little weird this week.
Yeah.
I don't know that losing Bill O'Brien has an immediate positive effect, although I think it's a good move.
Yeah.
I think it comes down to the kickers here, guys, and I'm going Justin Tucker all the way.
There you go. Most accurate kicker right now in NFL. I'm also going to take Dahlgren. I think Dahlgren bounces back, and the former champ's going to take another one on the chin. I like Dahlgren this week. Okay, let's go over to this is definitely the stud world game of the week. Dave McCready, the Indy Snatch Panthers, taking on Sons of Shane Falco, Nick Shook. I think this is going to be whoever gets to 120 wins. Looking over the rosters, who do you think is going to take this one?
I think neither one of them have looked at their rosters yet.
Yeah, that's obvious.
They've got a lot of bye weeks on there. I'm going to look at the bench here and see what we got.
Hey, before you go into that, Alan, are you like
Amanda's
me?
flicking her light.
Do you set your rosters? Do you set your rosters like weeks ahead?
You told me to.
I don't.
Okay.
I look at it on Tuesday or Wednesday.
Okay. Yeah, I just have a problem then, I guess. Okay, so looking at these two teams,
things change.
Bottom dweller.
I go McCready.
McCready, why?
I think he's got better depth when it comes to these bye week issues. Like Shook's got Adrian Peterson on the bye. His backup is Zach Moss
and Devontae Freeman.
I'm not counting that as a pick. Believe me, I've got him in another league. It ain't shit. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he'll dominate. It is Dallas, and they've been giving up points. But you got Ezekiel Elliott. I mean, Lamar Jackson is going to put up 30 fine, but Matt Ryan's been putting up points too. Matt Ryan in a losing effort, pretty much.
Yep.
So I think they're tied almost there. I don't know, man. I just think McCready's got a better defense. He's got a little bit better depth, and he's definitely got better running backs.
Well, gonna have to disagree with you this week. I'm taking Sons of Shane Falco, and it's gonna be a low-scoring one, mainly because of Lamar Jackson, Calvin Ridley, and Cooper Kupp. I think Shook takes this one. It's going to be a low-scoring one.
Right, but everything Calvin Ridley does goes to Matt Ryan.
That is true, but it's a PPR league, and They get
Yep.
more points per yardage, and I think Calvin Ridley's going to have a big game. What do you think about that?
Well, you're wrong. Okay.
Well, you're wrong.
Next.
All right. Hey, here's a surprise team. Remember how bad Mick started off the season?
Poor Mick.
He lost everybody
Oh,
and
poor Mick.
was not scoring any points. Well,
Yeah.
that's completely flipped. He's flipped the script, opposite of Adam Gase, taking
Has
on
he, though?
Joe's 2020 squad that we talked about earlier. I think this is going to be probably the best game where both Joe and Mick are going to be looking at their phones on Monday night at 11:30
Okay.
p.m., just sweating and screaming, hopefully that they'll get the win. I think this is going to be pretty close. Who do you think is going to take this week?
Joe by 35.
Joe by 35. Yeah. I
Yeah,
picked
he's
Joe
gonna
last
blow out
week to
Mick
win,
again.
and I was wrong. I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of giving him the commissioner curse.
I don't know, man. Joe's team looks really good to me. He's putting up points. Mick's team looks average. Like, you can tell he's been hit with an injury bug.
Uh-huh.
And his stars haven't been super great. I mean, we all know Breeze has some problems. Parker's getting garbage time stuff. Keenan Allen's getting some, but he's got a rookie quarterback. Jones is splitting carries at this point. His defense is better, but I think Joe's going to win by 30 or 40. I think it'll be done before the afternoon games.
Yeah. I think this is going to be a blowout.
I said that, and then I looked at the times that all of Joe's teams start. So take that part back. We're all second half teams.
You've swayed my opinion, Mr. Nesson. I'm now taking a closer look. It's not very good matchups for mixed players. Greg Kittle is back. He had a huge game. It's not going to be enough. Odell Beckham now is relevant. He had a huge game last week, and he's taking on the Colts, which frankly, their defensive secondary, I really am not buying into that they're that great. They're still very overrated, playing bad teams. I don't think the defense is that good, and I think Odell Beckham, they're going to have trouble covering him all day long. And the Dalvin Cook, Kareem Hunt stack, I like it. I'm taking Joe. I think he wins by 40 points.
Yeah. Whoa. All right, I'm not going that far.
So I'm taking Joe for the again, and every time I pick him, he loses. Okay, scariest team in the league besides yours truly, Lamb of God. When Abalash has marched all the way up to second place. He's been in the championship game for the last 3 years in a row, and now he's second place, taking on rookie LEG member Jabel Soul in a matchup that also looks a little bit lopsided here. Nesson, looking at these teams, who do you think is going to take it this week?
Abby wins pretty easy. Jabel mentioned during the draft that Joe Burrow is going to put up points. God damn it. I don't think he's going to put them up this week, and it's probably not best to rest on somebody who was unproven like that. I think he wins by 30. I think Abby's got him easily. I think he'll be for sure moving on to 4-1.
Yeah, I will say Joe Burrow, man, he's the real deal. I mean, they're throwing
He looks great.
They're throwing a lot in Cincinnati. He only scored 20 last game, but the last 2 weeks, 29 and 32 for a rookie quarterback, fantasy football points. That's not bad.
Going to Baltimore, though, is going to be tough for him.
I agree. I'm also taking Abby this week in a beatdown. Juju Schuster comes back. He's rocking Juju in the flex. That just shows you how great of a roster that Abby has. I'm not sold on Abby's running backs. Joe Mixon is having a good season, but it's hit or miss for me. I think Mixon and Singletary are both their ceilings are very high, but their floors are very low.
I think they hit the medium points, though. They hit that 12 to 20 spot pretty regularly. I think Singletary does for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, 12 to 15-ish. So, I mean, when you have those wide receivers that he has and the way Dak's putting up points this season, I don't think it matters that he doesn't have a 40-point running back.
Yeah. Okay.
He doesn't need them.
So we're both in agreement. Abby
in
a blowout over the big Jabowski. Okay.
Yep.
Here's the game that I brought you on for.
Oh, good.
4-0. Party like a Gronk star. The only undefeated team left, taking on your team. Worms are their money. Hey, would you explain to the league the meaning behind your team name?
No.
Okay. Wait, we have a clip? Oh, we have a clip.
Oh, yeah, that's easier.
It was also the night that the skeletons came to life. They came from under the ground and from all over the...
Okay, so that was kind of funny.
All right.
Yeah, that's the meaning behind your team name, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's funny.
Okay, sure. Anyways, let's go. Let's go to the matchup. This is the final matchup for Week 4. Alan, you're projected to beat me this week, not by a lot, but by at least 7 points. Why do you think you're going to win, or who do you actually think is going to win this one?
I think you'll probably win it. I think Minnesota's secondary is so bad. I think Seattle's secondary is so bad.
Yeah.
All your matchups are great. They're easy for you. I don't know if Josh Kelly's going to start for the Chargers, though. I think that's supposed to be Josh Jackson, I think, is going to start.
Yeah.
So you might want to change. No, you know what? He's starting. Keep him. He's starting. And then get 40 touches. Then we get fantastic 20 points.
Well, that is my 1 weak spot is the running back because Christian McCaffrey is still on IR.
Right.
And J.K. Dobbins hasn't done anything. And Darrell Henderson and the Rams, it's like Sean McVay's like, oh, you're the starter this week. And the next week they go to Malcolm Brown. So that's a dumpster fire. You're right. That's my weak point.
I'll tell you what, if Gardner Minshew can get me like the 25 that he's put up 3 out of 4 weeks, I think I can win.
I think you win this week. I think you win this week because
if he goes out and does what he did against Tennessee and I get 12 points out of him, you win by 50. Because it'll just bring the whole week down. I'll start benching people. I'll be crabby. We'll know pretty damn early. All my games are at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, it looks like it. You're pretty much your
all my
entire
games are 1
roster,
o'clock.
except for Chris Carson there on offense. Every other game's at 1 o'clock. So my prediction is that you'll get off to a hot start, and then Russell Wilson will come in on Sunday night and cause you to panic and have another 45, 50-point game. But then I think I lose it Monday night to you.
What's Monday night?
Monday night game.
I have nobody on Monday night, so that would be a crazy prediction.
There's
insane prediction. So you've got the Charger running back on Monday. So he's going to go in and fumble 4 times.
Yeah.
And I'm going to win on the negative points.
Yeah, he does have a fumble.
If that actually happens, I will give you $1 American dollar.
Oh, I still owe you a buck.
Yes, you do.
I still
100 points.
Checks in the mail. All right, Mr. Nesson, before I let you go, any last words for the league? Any predictions, wild predictions for the rest of the season?
Let's see here. Joe's better than you guys are giving him credit for. Abby's going to win the league.
Who is?
Abby's going to win the league.
Oh.
He's going to beat my hero, Jason Servos, in the final. You don't make it to the final. You fall apart very, very soon with maybe a 3 or 4 week losing streak. Lots of drinking on these videos to come. It's going to be fantastic. Jabel, I don't know him very well, but I wish he didn't start Joe Burrow because I think his team could have been better.
He's a Bengals
Everyone
fan.
hates Dahlgren, right? Everyone hates Dahlgren?
The kid.
Have you been asking everybody? Everybody hates Dahlgren, right? I'm not the only one. All right. McCready, I love you. I hate your fucking hair. Get a haircut. You look like an animal.
No, I love it.
Dude, he sent me a picture. He looked like he had a headband in. Did you see it?
Yeah.
Do I have it still? Can we show it on the screen? Because it looks insane.
Share your screen.
He looks like an insane person in this picture. And he sent it, and he thought it was a normal picture to send to somebody.
Send me that pic, and
Let me go through 45 pictures of Scooter sending me pictures of Over the Top.
Why is McCready sending you hair pics?
What is that? What is that face? What is his hair? Why am I shaking so much? I have no arm strength. All right. Can I go play FIFA yet?
All right, go play FIFA.
A week vacation to play FIFA, and you're bothering me.
I'm sorry. Thank you, Mr. Nesson, for coming on. I appreciate it.
Yep.
Another episode of LEG in the Tank. Thank you, Mr. Nesson.
Thank you, Mr. Nesson. Also, be sure to check out Alan Chase on Twitch at ACNesson65. Nesson65, I'm sorry, on Twitch.com. That's his gamer handler. It's quite hilarious. Yes, it's a
almost 40-year-old man twitching. I love it. I love it. All right. Good evening, gentlemen. Good luck this week. We'll see you next time on LEG TV.